We have this idea that living alone means you have to be lonely. But what if that's just not true? In this explainer, we're going to flip that script and talk about how you can build an amazing social life completely on your own terms, a life that's both independent and full of connection. Let's get into it. Yeah, this is the image that pops into everyone's head, right? The single person, the quiet space, it's a super strong stereotype. But really, does it have to be this way? Or is this picture missing the whole point? This is what we're really talking about. Living alone isn't about just getting by or surviving. It's a huge opportunity to actually thrive. It's about designing a social life that is a perfect fit for you, one that's exciting, fulfilling, and totally yours. Okay, so where do we even begin with this? Well, it all starts with you. Seriously. Before you go out and find your people, you've got to understand your own social energy. What fills you up and what drains you? It's time to find your rhythm. So first things first, we got to figure out your connection style. And listen, this is not about forcing yourself to be more social or go to more parties. It's about finding the right kind of social time for you. It's all about knowing what gives you energy so you can chase that instead of things that just leave you feeling tired. All right, time for a little pop quiz for yourself. No wrong answers here, just be honest. First up, think about after a big party or a group hangout. Do you feel totally buzzed and alive? Or are you just counting the seconds until you can be alone in a quiet room? Okay, next question. How does this statement sit with you? Are those quiet nights at home something you absolutely treasure? Do they feel more refreshing than a big night out? Again, no judgment here. This is all about just noticing what makes you tick. Last one. Does the thought of getting into a really deep, meaningful conversation with just one other person sound way better than making small talk with 100 people at a party? This one really digs into the kind of connection that fills your cup, you know? So, what did you discover? Maybe you're an introvert who recharges with some quality alone time, or an extrovert who gets energy from being around people. Or hey, you could be like a lot of us and be an ambivert, a little bit of both. The whole point is to know your style so you can build a social life that actually feels good to you. And this is a really, really important point, especially if you're someone who recharges alone. That time by yourself isn't loneliness. It's what we call healthy solitude. It's time you choose to have for relaxing, for being creative, for just figuring yourself out. In fact, research shows it's linked to higher well-being. It's not a weakness, it's a superpower. Now, with all that in mind, you can start to build what the source material calls a connection portfolio. Think of it like this. No one friend can be everything to us. So, to build a really strong social foundation, you need different kinds of connections. You need those deep, inner circle friends, sure, but you also need people to do fun stuff with, and a wider community to feel like you belong. It's a mix that makes you resilient. All right, so now that we've done a little self-discovery, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Part 2 is all about the how. How do you actually go out there and build this tribe we're talking about? Let's get practical. Let's be real, making friends as an adult is way different than when we were kids, right? You have to be a bit more intentional. But here's the cool part. The connections you make now are often so much deeper because they're based on who you are today. So start with things you genuinely love, a hiking club, volunteering, a cooking class. Even friendship apps are a great way to meet people who are into the same things you are. And this is probably the biggest hurdle for a lot of us. How do you turn that friendly chat into an actual friendship? Well, you got to be a little proactive. It can feel a little scary, but just being the one to say, hey, it was great talking, we should grab coffee sometime, can make all the difference. Being consistent and showing you're interested, that's how it happens. Okay, let's move on to our third and final section. We're going to talk about those trickier relationships, romance and family. The whole idea here is how you can have those close connections while also holding on to that awesome independence you've built. Get ready for this number, 57%. According to Pew Research, that's how many single people in the US are not looking for a relationship. So if you've ever felt that pressure from society to pair up, but you're actually happy, guess what? You're not the odd one out. You are in the majority. And hey, if you are out there dating, I'm sure this one hits home. That dating app burnout is so real. The key is to take back control of your energy. Set some boundaries for yourself, maybe only spend 20 minutes a day on the apps. Take breaks when you need to. It's about quality over quantity, always. And we can't forget about family, right? Living alone can definitely shift those dynamics. It really all comes down to being proactive instead of reactive, setting clear expectations about visits, having a regular call schedule that works for you, even creating brand new traditions that celebrate your life. It's all about communication. Okay, let's zoom out and pull all these threads together. Because all of this, understanding your rhythm, building your tribe, setting boundaries. It's all pointing in one direction. It's pointing toward your thriving solo life. There's a quote from the material that just nails it. When you get this right, your time alone isn't scary, it's a source of strength. Your social connections become a conscious choice you make, not something you're desperate for. And when that happens, loneliness just kind of fades away. And really, if you take away just one thing today, let it be this. Living alone doesn't mean you're stuck in the passenger seat of your own life. It means you are in the driver's seat. You get to decide the destination, the speed, the passengers, everything. It's your adventure.
So if any of this has been sparking something for you and you want to go deeper, all these concepts come from this fantastic ebook called Living Alone, Not Lonely. It's packed with so many more insights and tools to help you on this journey.
You can find it as part of a whole series called the Solo Flower Lifestyle Guide, right on their website. It's a really great next step if you're feeling inspired.
So I'm going to leave you with a little bit of homework, a question to think about. After all this, what is one small, doable step you can take this week to build your social life on your terms? Just one thing. Because that's how it starts. Your thriving solo life isn't some far-off destination. It literally starts today.